Welcome to Lesson 1. Lesson 1 states, nothing I see in this room, or on this street, or from this window, or in this place means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This pen does not mean anything. Then look farther away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body does not mean anything. That lamp does not mean anything. That sign does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of this exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for today, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only be sure that nothing you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like another as far as the application of this idea is concerned. Each of the first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day, preferably morning and evening, nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. And that is the end of Lesson 1. Nothing I see in this room or this place means anything. And I'm going to just go right on to Tina Spalding's channeling before I make my own thoughts. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. This is the first day of the rest of your life. I am happy that you are here with me now. I will be with you whenever you do these lessons. I want you to understand that you are calling in the greatest teachers of all time. There is not just me, but also many ascended master teachers involved in the transformation of Earth's consciousness at this time. By taking the first step in this long journey toward the rehabilitation of your mind, you call in great teachers and walk with beings far more powerful than you know. These lessons seem small. They seem insignificant. But process by process, thought by thought, and idea by idea, your mind will be healed. In these baby steps, you might notice at times even a physical difference in your consciousness. For example, you may experience feelings in your head or body, or you might even hear slightly different sounds ringing in your ears. You might even feel pressure on certain parts of the body. With your training in the Judeo-Christian teachings of your time, it is very important that fear not be allowed to generate an anxious feeling. You are expanding your consciousness, and your body is a reflection of your consciousness. It is created by your consciousness, and you will have shifts in your bodily feelings as a consequence of the expansion of your mind. On this side of the veil, there is much less separation than on your side. So when I say we work as a collective, many ascended master teachers, but this particular project is mine. These teachings are about expansion. They are about freedom, true freedom. You cannot be free in your physical body when you are not free to think and choose with your mind. We are taking down the barbed wire around the concentration camp of your limited ego mind, and you will feel expansion in many different ways. Be brave and step into these new feelings with enthusiasm and curiosity rather than fear. When you experience fear arising in your mind, know that it is planted there by some less than loving teaching. You are brave indeed, stepping into this new work. It is with great pleasure that we hold you close to our hearts and encourage you to do these lessons and to join us tomorrow for lesson 2. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you again soon. This first lesson is our idea of walking into a foreign country or a foreign land. It's walking into a corporation or a company where you don't know the science, you don't know the operations of things. And so you can walk into a room like that and say, nothing in here means anything to me. I can look at, ancient writings and say, none of that means anything to me. We have to begin to look at our life from that perspective. And the way that we are looking at things right now is the way that we have been accustomed to looking at them for a very long time. Similar to looking in the mirror as you're working on trying to lose weight, we may not see the tiny little incremental changes in ourselves. We don't recognize things. We don't see where shifts are happening. But as we begin to look around us and realize that perhaps we don't have all the answers to even the most mundane things, we can begin to shift our perception. And so, like a child or like us walking into a foreign place, we have to open our eyes in a new way and be willing to see things and not recognize or not define them in any moment. That is the first lesson that we have to undertake. And again, you are going to be looking at treasured things in your house. You're going to be looking at the family heirlooms. You're going to be looking at the pen, and you're going to think it's silly, but that's okay. Just go through the motions right now. And for a period of time, it may feel like you are simply going through the motions of these lessons. I promise you, they will evolve and they will change your life. They will transform the experience of life. So bear with me and have a wonderful time here with lesson 1, and I will see you at lesson 2. Bye.